Next comes the third third one, high heat of vaporization. High heat of vaporization means heat energy required to vaporize a liquid. Heat ener- this is the heat energy required to break the attractive forces between the molecules. Energy required to convert liquid phase of a molecule to its gaseous phase. In the water, the heat of vaporization is the energy required to break the hydrogen bond in them. Water has a high heat of vaporization. This means relatively high amount of energy is required to vaporize the water from its water state to its gaseous state. Due to this high, high heat of vaporization, the water has high boiling point. That is, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. And then comes the biological significance of high heat of vaporization of water. That is, energy entering to the water is utilized for its vaporization. This results in the cooling of the surrounding. The process is utilized in sweating process to reduce the body temperature in animals. Due to high heat of vaporization of water, the organisms can attain high heat loss with a relatively less amount of water loss. Transpiration process in plants also cools the leaves and makes them stay in the open sunlight. Then fourth one, high heat of fusion. Then meaning of high heat of fusion. Heat energy required to melt a solid to liquid, also called as a melting point. Melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Zero may not feel as a high, but it is. If we see the table, there is a comparison between the different types of solvents, that is water, methanol, acetone, and chloroform, and their melting point, boiling point, and heat of vaporization. Okay. Due to high heat of fusion, the ice crystal needs relatively high amount of energy to thaw. In other words, the liquid water must lose relatively high amount of heat energy to freeze. Then biological significance of heat of fusion of water. Cell is relatively lower temperature, that is polar and alpine areas are less likely to freeze due to the high heat of fusion of water. Freezing causes crystal formation in the cells. Ice crystal can break the cell membrane and cell organelles and can kill the cells. Then comes the fifth one, density and freezing properties of water. The density of a water is more than its solid state. That is, if we consider water and ice, where the ice cube floats on the water, hence here the density of the ice is less than that of the water. The density of the water decreases below 4 degrees Celsius. Water is the only substance whose solid form is less dense than its liquid state. Due to less density of water than less density of ice than water, they tend to float over the water. During freezing, nearly 9% expanse occurs. This expansion can exert enormous pressure. This pressure can break the rocks. Then comes the biological significance of low density of ice over liquid water. In water bodies of low temperature areas, that is, in the polar regions, the top region freezes first and then the bottom last. If freezing starts from the bottom to top, the life forms will not survive in the polar region. The floating ice plates acts as an insulator over the water bodies. This increases the chance of survival of organisms under the water in the polar regions. Also, water below 4 degrees Celsius tend to rise the surface and allows the nutrient cycle in the water bodies. Then the sixth one, high surface tension and cohesion. Cohesion refers to the it is a force whereby individual molecules of water sticks together. Water has a high cohesive force. Cohesion of water is due to the presence of large number of hydrogen bonds in water. Surface tension. Surface tension is a force on the surface of a liquid molecule due to the cohesive forces between the molecules. High surface tension causes a liquid to occupy at least possible surface area. Least possible surface areas in a liquid are obtained when it is in a spherical shape. This is the reason for the spherical shape of the water. Then biological significance of high cohesive force of water is cohesive and adhesive forces of water are the main forces of trans- transpiration pull which facilitate the transport of water in plants through the xylem. Then comes the seventh one. Water as a reactant in the cell. Water is a reactant in the biological system. Water participates in many chemical reactions. Water has a slight tendency of ionization. Water can ionize to release H plus and OH minus ions. Water is the source of H plus ions in photosynthesis. Water is a substrate in the reactions taking place in the cell. Water molecules are eliminated during the condensation reaction, a common type of polymerization reaction taking place in the cell, such as during protein synthesis, synthesis of polysaccharides, and synthesis of fats from glycerol and fatty acids. Then here are the books which I have referred. Those are JM. Thank you.